Hello everyone, it's Julie at Camellia Crafts Designs. Welcome and welcome back. Yes, I'm here with part 2 of my Winter's Magic Folio using that gorgeous kit by Lorna at Tailor Made Journals. Right, I can't pick that up. That's a good start, isn't it? Right, yeah, we've made the outer folio. We've put papers on the inside and the front covers. The one we haven't done together yet is this back section. Yep, so I'll show you how we do that. I like to do it out of one piece, so it just flows better, I think. So we did it a specific size. If you ever watch my green one, we cut this card to a specific size, then we cut that to a specific size. But I don't think we had a piece of card left over the correct size. In fact, I don't even know where my piece of card I had is gone. So I'm just going to show you that you can make it and cut it anywhere. So I'm looking at this picture. I've cut that. You will see that it is the same height as the folio because we want a little bit of overlap. Can you see? Yeah, I don't want you to be able to see the blue through, and if I just cut it, if it was the same height as the journal and I cut it in half, you would see a little blue gap there. We don't want that. So the widths we're going to need, the folio is 5.5 inches wide. I think I put this measurement on before, and I just cut it a 1/16 of an inch smaller, just so it doesn't stick out at the edges where you've got your fold. So pop that to one side while we cut this card. So this is a piece of card I've got. The folio is 5.5, so I'm going to come in 1/16 and cut. The height, it doesn't really matter what the height is. I think that's a bit too high though. I know on the green one we did it 3 3/4. I think I'm going to do this one 4. I don't know what it is on that one. So I'm going to make that 4 inches high. So I now know that because that's 4 inches high, I'm matting with 1/8 of an inch all around. So 1/8 at the bottom and 1/8 at the top makes 2/8, which is 1/4. So I want to cut the bottom section 1/4 of an inch shallower than that card. So if our card's 4 inches, we want to cut this 3 3/4. So I'm going to cut a piece off the bottom. I've already inked around and curved the edges, save a bit of time. So that's 3 3/4 inches high. So it's just chop the raven's tail off. So there we have it. Yeah, it doesn't look even all around because we've cut this little bit of 1/16 of an inch shorter, but you don't even notice or see that when it's on the back. If you look at this one carefully, the gap there is smaller, but you see the full width of the folio. Do you understand what I mean? So it looks even. Yeah, I know what I'm on about, even if you don't. So I need to bring my ink back in. I'm using the Memento London Fog. I'll ink the top of that. I don't know why I'm doing it now, because I'm now going to cut a semicircle out of that, and I'm going to have to ink that. It's done now, isn't it? So I'm using my 2-inch punch. Again, you can cut this out with anything, and how I do it is I line the top. I'll put it right around so you know it's the top. I line the top of the paper up with the top of the piece of card, and I punch through them both at the same time. This punch I've got does that easily. It's the EK Success one. Just, you know if your punch will do it. If your punch won't do 2 at once, do the first one, then line them up and draw around the edge so you know where to punch again. So I'm going to do it not too deep, or you still will find that when you put it on the back of the journal you'll see a little bit of blue poking out. So that's that. I need more ink on this. Let's move the chopper out of the way now. I've done with it, shall we? My head's a bit frazzled. I think it's because it's near Christmas. Kids are off school. started filming and then an argument broke out, so I had to stop. Kids, don't you just love them? Right, I'll grab my little corner rounder. I want to round the bottom corners of my pocket. I'm using the 1/4 inch one on my We Are Memory Keepers. You'd round the bottom 2 corners of that, but I'd already done it in advance. Then I'm going to come in and ink around this pocket. This ink, when I'm inking my card, I'm putting a little bit more on than I think it looks like I'm putting a lot on. But what I've found with it is it soaks in and becomes paler as it dries. So as I ink it, it looks like there's a lot on, but that just tones down as it dries. When I put on the amount I thought I'd need, when it had dried, I couldn't see it at all. So yeah, that's that. Now I'm not going to put that on yet, because I want to line it up with that piece. And if I put it on first and that's not straight, a little bit too far one way, and that could be a bit too far other, they won't be straight, they won't line up, and that's where my little bit of a perfectionism comes in. So the one I'm going to stick on first is, let me undo this, it's much easier when I've got that laid out and flat. That's it. So the one I'm going to stick on first is this bit. Yep, I did ink that, but I don't seem to have got a lot on. I'm going to put a little bit more on. Again, seems to dry a little bit lighter than you think. Now I'm coming in with my collal for this, so I want my wiggle room. Loving this bottle. I've mentioned before, these bottles came as a pack of 2 off Amazon in the UK anyway, and there was something like £3.25 for 2. They're fabulous. I think I'm going to get some more, and I'll put my 3-in-1 and Fabri-Tac in, I think. I always like to get the edges done pretty neat, and then it's just a bit of a scribble on rest. So pop that on. I never press it down very firmly till I'm happy with where it is. You can see I've got a little bit oozed out at the top, but that's not going to be a problem. Look how easy that is. I can wiggle it with one finger. Still not happy with placement though. I think now I might be happy. Yes, I'm happy now. In fact, you know the bit that oozed out, I've covered it back up, no need to rub. So I'll start with the edge, and I like press inwards. You get less oozing out the side then. Got a little bit at the bottom now, you know, because I just moved it up a bit, but look how easy that bowls up and comes off. It's just like 3-in-1 Fabri-Tac with that. I think because it's a bit thinner, that's why you get the extra wiggle time with this. It probably has the same properties of 3-in-1 or Fabri-Tac once you've thinned it with acetate, because I've got to be honest, I do that. I don't like sometimes how thick and gloopy they get, and I tend to put a bit of acetate in to thin them down earlier than you really need it. As soon as I've got room to put acetate in bottle me, I start topping it up with acetate. Right, that's that one. So the next thing I'm going to put on is the pocket itself, and for that I'm using my Cosmic Shimmer, just decanted into a smaller bottle so it behaves better. I wonder if I decant my children into a smaller area they'll behave better. Doubtful, they'll go stir crazy. I don't know about you, and I've got this little theory on why kids don't behave on that final run up to Christmas. You know, like if they misbehave and they lose privileges, then or they'll be grounded or whatever, however you choose to parent your children. But mine tend to lose privileges. They'll gain extra privileges for exceptionally good behaviour. They'll lose existing privileges for bad behaviour. And I just think they get into their heads and run up to Christmas and birthdays. But you're not going to take that away. Nobody's going to cancel Christmas. Unless you call Boris Johnson. Don't even go there. So they just think they can behave how they want sometimes. And you know, now mine are 14, I'm starting to think, well, I need to show them that's not always the case. But yeah, I'm still not, I can't be Grinch who cancels Christmas. I think just leave them to it. I think there's the hormones as well, isn't there, now, the 14. Ugh. 3 females in house, 2 14, 1 51. That's just hormone soup, that, isn't it? No, I'll shut up moaning. Look at this. I do this. But I do this anyway. Instead of just having one big squidge down, I tend to just keep rubbing it. That's not just because I'm talking, that's how I do it. Right, there we go. So, where's my other bit of paper gone? Here it is. You can see that my little moon, I will give them a name, or find out the real name, thumb notch. It does cover the paper, and when we put this on, yes, there is a slight part of the paper missing, but you don't really notice that. And it just looks like a continuation, and I like that. Right, I'm now going to put this one on. So again, this is exactly the same as the green file folder. I did remember to link that one in the last video after about 3 days. I will remember to do it in this one straight away. And thank you to all my new subscribers. I seem to have got quite a few this week. Have you all done your Christmas shopping now? Are you at home chilling? Well, chilling. Frazzling, wrapping presents. I'll let you into a little secret. Do you know how many presents I've wrapped so far? 1. Yes, 1, and that were for a friend who were calling on Sunday. So I had to have hers ready to give to her. I've got a few more to drop off. Well, I was going to do it later today, but I had a mammoth, and I mean a mammoth, lie-in today. It was the first day this year where I've had nothing at all planned. I wasn't posting because I'm not posting any more orders now until after Christmas. I knew I had to do this video today, but I knew I could do that at whatever time. I just didn't expect it to be getting done at late in the afternoon. Right, I'm quite happy with that. So there we have it. The back covered. I love this, is my favourite one. It's all birds. Got the little bird there who looks like he's sat on the button. Got that gorgeous raven. And then this, it's debatable what this bird is. I think it's a sparrow crossed with a robin. So, yeah, if anyone knows what it is. I don't even think Lorna knows what that one is. But it's gorgeous. Then we've got the owl on the inside. And some little blue tits here. Gorgeous. I'm loving that one. Now, if you did watch me do my green one, you'll notice I did put some, yes, I put paper there. But the reason I've decided not to on this one, in the green one, I just put tea coffee dyed paper in my notebook. Now this notebook, which I've done on this one in a darker shade of blue. Remember me saying I've got lots of blue card in lots of different shades. But fortunately, I think they all go nice together. So on this one, we've got a picture on the front page, so I haven't put any paper there. I like it. Sometimes I like to see the card. I like to see the base. When it's a gorgeous colour like this, I think it works really well. So I haven't put paper there. That's if anyone was wondering. So we'll tuck that in now. And as for the decorations for the rest of these, I'm not going to make this go into 3 parts. It doesn't need it. Because Lorna's done some gorgeous elements in the kit. I'll show you a few now. Let's bring some kit. I've printed this kit off about 3 times. So as well as these folios, I am doing a journal. Right, yeah, I didn't show the full kit last time. Absolutely gorgeous. We've got pockets. Again, I'm not going to be using those in these, but I am going to use them in my journal. But these I'm going to cut out and use. I like those, just small ones. And I'm going to make a little envelope to put those in that tucks in the side pocket. So we're going to use that. It comes with 2 calendar pages. There's December and January. I'm just going to put January in, and that again is going to tuck nicely into this side pocket. And it's not permanent, you can take it out when you've finished using it. It'll either go in the side pocket or in back, I don't know. Lots of tags. I'm going to pop one of these library cards in. Look at that. I've got these upside down now. Yeah, these were the ones that you could make up to make a calendar somehow. I've not even looked at how. And yes, I love that Mr. Stag. I think I'm going to use those in the back pocket. I think each one I'm going to cut one of these circular ones out and make it into a little tag to just hang on the outside of the journal. I've got some gorgeous postcards. These I'm putting inside. There are a couple of these little file folder elements that you cut out and fold over. I have actually completed a couple of those to put in. Let's grab one here. Yeah, here we have it. Yeah. Because I'm in the UK and I know it's my printer settings, I can alter my printer to not miss bits off. I've got a few, the size I've chosen to print these, it's missed some of the tab off. So all I've done is I've just redone the tabs on my envelope punch board. If you've watched my gizmos and gadgets on the envelope punch board, you'll see how I did that. So yeah. Let's line that up with where it would be. I must have printed that one out smaller. Do you know, I've printed this kit out in different settings and I've just lost track, to be honest. So that's the file folder that is going to go in. In fact, do you know what? Let's just pop that in now. There we go. So we've got that piece. This is one of my favourite pages. Love this page. I use that bird in a shaker tag. I've got him on the file folder. These are little tags that you make up with pockets, and we've got all these words. Now I did print the word page out again, 2 to a page, and the reason I did that is I want to use the word journal just here on there, and if I printed it out full size it was a little bit too big. So let's go ahead and cut that out now. I just thought it would look lovely there. I could put Winter's Forest, I could put Magic of Winter, but I've chosen to put journal on this one. Yeah. I look like one of them people who spin adverts and billboards, you know, don't I? Hecky thump. Yeah, I'm doing that for you, Lorna. I'm spinning your kit to advertise. Snip that off. This is one of the times where I'm happy not to use my paper trimmer. I have. Look at that, I like that. I'm going to snip a bit more off edge. There is a line to follow when you cut it out anyway. But even if it's not straight, I think it just adds a little bit of something. Bit of ink, I think. I'm a poet and I don't know it. I'm going to use my Cosmic Shimmer for this. I'm just going to pop that there. There we go. I've had a little bit of squidge, so we'll grab a dried baby wipe and wipe that off. Ooh. Or I'll grab a handful of dried baby wipes wipe that off. I've got a delivery. Thank you, darling. Ooh, soothers, whole soothers. To stop the frog in my throat appearing. So, that's that. It's then just basically a case of deciding which other elements from the kit I'm going to put in it. I think I want to make an envelope with my envelope punch board, and do you know what? I'm going to do that. I know there's a few ladies in the Miss Paint-A-Lots group who are new to envelope punch boards and they're not 100% sure how they work. And I know I did a gadgets and gizmos on it, but guess what I didn't do in the gadgets and gizmos? Make an actual envelope. How mad is that? So I'm going to choose a page to make an envelope from. Shall I do this page? No, I want a plainer page. I don't want one that's got too much on it. What's that? That'll make too small an envelope. Oh, me indecisions. I'm not good at them. Ooh, let's use this let's use that. I'm going to make the envelope with that. I've not done the other side, but it doesn't matter. Yeah, grab my envelope punch board then. Here we go. Yes, someone, they were not sure how many times to twist it. They weren't sure if the sizes were right. But I remember when I got mine just after they'd been changed, I think. Some of the grey ones, basically, when they were manufactured, to start off with, some of these sizes were wrong. They just didn't work. And what we our memory keepers then did is they issued a little sticker that you could put over it with the correct sizes. I had the sticker with mine, but when I looked at it, it was exactly the same. So they must have at some point altered this one that's on the board. So even though I got the sticker in my package, I checked it out and I've never had a problem making an envelope in any size. Right. I want an envelope to fit in this pocket. So this is how I decide. The other thing you've got to remember with this is when you see a size on here, and we'll measure this and work it out. It tells you the card size that you're making an envelope for, the paper size you'll need to do it. The envelope doesn't actually come out that size. So if you choose card size 3.5 by 7, you won't get an envelope that's 3.5 by 7. It will be slightly larger. Yeah, and I can't always get my head around that. So when I'm measuring the gap I want to put an envelope in, I do allow for that. You know, I've got so many different rulers now because I've tidied up and found them all. I'm spoilt for choice. So I want an envelope that will fit in that pocket. So if the envelope's going to be slightly larger than the card, I don't want it more than 4 inches. Because we know it's going to be slightly bigger. So 4 inches, and that bit can be what we want. So let's have a look. So if we pick a card, that is, which one we're going to do? Ooh, I've also got to bear in mind that my paper is 8.25 inches, so I don't want one that needs a bit of paper that's bigger than 8.25 inches wide. So let's look down here from 8.25. So if my paper is 8.25 by 8.25, I could make a card that's 3.5 by 6. I think that's what I might end up going for. Ooh, if we look further on, we can have some different ones. Ooh, a 4 by 6. I'm going to do a 4 by 6. One for a 4 by 6 card, and I need paper that is 8.25 by 8.25. So that's perfect. Let's get the big choppy board out to measure that one, because my little one only goes up to 6 inches. It comes with a removable gauge for easy storage. Probably won't get all this in frame because I can't zoom in and out while I'm videoing. That's too technical for me. So yeah, that's definitely 8.25 wide. So I will cut this down to 8 1/4 again. There we go. So we've got a piece of paper, well, it's thin card. It is 8 1/4 by 8 1/4. And that will make an envelope that is slightly bigger than 4 by 6 inches. So the place we score for that is 3 3/8. So what you do, everyone knows the first bit. You move your card to the 3 3/8 mark, and then score and punch, or punch and score. I honestly don't think it makes a difference. So that's score and punch. Now you can move it 90 degrees that way, and so the score line that you probably can't even see is then supposed to measure up with that little point, yeah? So on this light paper, it's very hard to see when that's measured up. That's it. And then punch and score again. And then you continue going round. It's anti-clockwise, isn't it? I'm sorry about having to lift this up to see. So that's that again. Score and punch. And then the final one. Score and punch. There you go. I'm not going to punch any corners yet. I'm interested to see what size this envelope ends up. It probably tells you somewhere. I've probably done it before, but it's the remembering, isn't it? I need one of those rememberals from Harry Potter. I really do. So there's our envelope. Let's measure it now. I'll do it in inches. Ooh, that's a full 1/4 of an inch wider. And then that is a little bit, that's a little bit more than a 1/4 of an inch. That's 5/16 of an inch. So you're looking at yeah, roughly 1/4 of an inch bigger than the size you get here. So that's to fit in a 4 by 6 card, you see. Yeah, it doesn't mean the envelope's going to be 4 by 6. And I know that's caught me out before. Now I need to decide, I think, for some reason I want that to be at the bottom of my envelope. I don't know why, I just do. So that is then going to be my flap, and that is going to be the back. Now I don't like this point, I just don't. So what I do is chop it off. I chop it off. And just to do that, I'll just put a there we go. That looks neater now, doesn't it? Much neater. So I ran off a little bit, so straighten that up. Yes, I like that. And then this, you can either come in and make it round, or you can cut that off again. Sometimes I'll cut that off and then round the corners, but today I'm just going to round it. On the other side on the punch board is a corner rounder. There we go. So that's our envelope. Now let's see if it's going to fit in. With it being a full 1/4 of an inch bigger, in theory it will, but it might be a bit tight, this, because that section is 4 3/4 inches. But oh no, we haven't got glue on this one. Oh, so we might get away with it. Oh, we're getting away with that on this one, yeah, because that's a continuous piece of card that we folded, isn't it? So yeah, the envelope fits in there lovely. I'm not gonna make you watch me ink it all up. You just really don't need to do that, do we? So we've got a little file folder in there, and we've got an envelope. I'm not doing anything else to these papers. I don't want this to be glittery. It's going to be more of a practical thing for notes, and you don't want glitter in your tea, do you? If it was a decorative piece, yeah, I'd have really gone to town with glitter because it looks so good on this kit, but not on this project. So I did go ahead and cut quite a few other pieces out. I'm just moving stuff all over my desk here. Right, we've got some of the tags here. So I'm going to put, I think I'll put a couple of the smaller tags in the back. We'll have a fox because we've got birds on all the main pages. We need some relief from the birds. Oh, look at that though. That's, we've got a raven on back, haven't we? So what else did I cut out? Did I cut any of the postcards out? Oh, that's one of the file folders I haven't got round to. Do you know, I might switch that out, because that one is, I like the picture on that better, yes. So that's going to get switched out. I'll shape the ends. I'm going to put one of these smaller tags in the back. I don't know what I'm putting on the top yet. And then I'm going to choose one of the larger tags from the kit. So let's bring back these. And let's, oh, look at these. I love how Lorna's done these. The tags aren't shaped at the top. She's took the sections of the papers that are just perfect for a tag. So that bit's done for you. And you can shape the top however you wish. So that's going to be perfect. Which one shall we use? I think, because I want something showing at the top of the tag, I'm going to pop that one to that side. You can still see the raven's head. And yeah, I'm going to do this one so you can see the berries. So I'm going to be very brave here and cut it out with scissors. Yeah, on the back I have just printed and the draft quickest quality, that snowflake background. Because on my printer settings, I love it when you just print it on the quickest economy setting. It makes everything paler, which sometimes is what you want, isn't it? Cut this out. I find it difficult to see the edges me when I'm working in light as well. I can see it better in daylight. The scissors always cast a little bit of a shadow, don't they? And as for the top, I think I'm just going to come in and do the standard corner cuts, because then it will match the smaller tag. We've got to have a bit of matchy going off, haven't we? Of course we have. I'll grab one of my cards that are cut down. That's too small. That's too angled. See, I can't even make a simple decision on how much to cut off corner of a blumping tag. That looks better. Straighten it up. Yeah. We like that. It's not majorly thick, this card. I think is it about 180 GSM? It is the thinnest I would even consider making a tag from. But I think on a project like this, we don't want bulk again, do we? What have I got against bulk lately? Oh, I wish I was so concerned about my bulk. Who's starting the obligatory New Year's healthy eating plan? Hands up. Me. Every year. One of these years it will work. I mean, I used to smoke. Disgusting habit, I know. And every year I stopped. So the whole time I ever smoked, I really didn't smoke every year because I stopped every New Year's Day. And some years I got to like end at summer. Talking like August. Smoking was always something I was ashamed of doing because I knew it was wrong and I knew it was silly. So yeah, one of these years I will, yeah, becomes felt again. Oh yes, I do like that. I'm not even backing these tags onto anything. Am I? No, I don't think they need it. I just love them like that. So what we're going to put on the top, I think I want tabs. Yeah, I want tabs. Which tabs do I want? Do you know what? I think I want the ones that look like clipboards. Yes. So here comes my little itsy bitsy die cutting machine that I store on the floor. I store lots of things on the floor under my desk. Itsy bitsy's there. Let's get itsy bitsy's cutting plates. And I know where that die is because I've been using it today. Where are you, die? I'm saying I know where that die is because I've been using it today. Where is it? Where is it? Oh, can't see her meowing now. Kids are not bugging me anymore, but cat's here. What do you want, Kit Kat? I can't find the one I want. That's quite tragic. So do you know what? I'm going to use a different one. What shall I use? I'm perusing my die cuts. I've got a little storage box behind me for my dies. Go on, girl. You know which one you want. I'm going to use this little round one. Let's open this. I'm terrible, me. If I get nice dies for about the first 3-4 years of their life, I store them in the original packaging, and woe betide me if I lose my packaging. Let's rip that. Because I've not put them down back in properly, and now I've stuck the sellotape to the packet. So yeah, I'm going to use this one. I'm going to make some blue tabs. If you just wanted to know how to do back page, you'll be gone by now. This is just, I'm just waffling now, aren't I? And this is how I craft. Make up as I go along, but isn't that good sometimes, don't you think? Sometimes I have no idea what I'm going to do when I sit at my desk. I'll decide I want to use a certain kit or some certain paper or card. What I'm going to do with it, I haven't got a clue, and it's not unknown for me to just stare at it for an hour. Mad, I know. Oh yes, I like this. These are the... Yeah, I like this. I think these are similar shaped to some of the tabs Lorna put in the kit. She has put some whale tail tabs in, but I just can't be bothered fussy cutting them on camera. In fact, I can't be bothered fussy cutting them at all today. I'm not in a fussy cut mood. What I'll do with those is when I am in a fussy cut mood, I'll do them all at once. So that's what's going on. Look at the state of my desk again. I am absolutely horrendous. I've used 2 glues. I haven't put the pins back in either. I'll be very sorry if my collal falls over. I've used an ink pad. I haven't put the lid on. I just need a good telling off. There we go, that's all sorted now. This chair's very squeaky. So yes, that's all I'm putting on the top of these. So I'll fold them before I come in and ink them. Yeah, I like them. I could always cut some whale tail ones out on my Cricut. Well, it's the tab. You know what I'm talking about by a whale tail, don't you? It's the retired punch by Stampin' Up that no one else does, and we all love. I made one on my Cricut that I can cut out But my Cricut is still on a go slow. If anyone knows why my Cricut is going at 1 inch an hour, please let me know. I don't know if it's a fault in the software, if it's a fault, could it be my cable? I have no idea. I suppose it's worth buying a new cable to find out, but I'm really missing using it. Right, I'm going to glue this one on with me. Yeah, Cosmic Shimmer. That's a bit too much glue. I'm just going to smooth that out with my finger. Then I'm going to wipe my finger on one of my dry baby wipes. There you go. So I'm not organised and I didn't get my cloth in dampened. I always find this bit tricky then. There we go. Just going to pop that on top of there. That's way off centre, isn't it? A bit like my eyeballs. That's one. I think also now in the side pocket, because I've managed to do quite a large envelope, I'm not going to put those little tiny cards in. I think I'll cut out some of the actual journal cards to put in there. Is that straight enough? Yes. Oh, I like them. So let's bring the little journal back in. Pop the little card there. I like that. Yes. Yes, I'm glad I didn't back these cards with anything. They so didn't need it. I may need to chop a bit off the bottom of that because it's too long. It's too long with that big tab on. It's going to stick out the top and then it's going to get damaged. So I'm just going to come in and chop a bit off. Whoa. I did it. I did that without a line to follow and I've actually done it good. Must be a practice makes perfect kind of thing going on. Oh, that's better. I like that now. Ooh, so there we go. We've got our tabs at the back. I just love this kit. I love it. I'm not even going to start collaging it or ripping it up because it just doesn't need it. I need to tighten that up with all my messing and flapping. I'm trying to tie a bow again, Fiona. Ever since you said I were a whiz at tying bows, I've just lost the plot with them. There we go, that's better. So, I'm going to do the edges on that. And I'm going to decide what goes in my envelope without, I'm not going to start inking the envelope. You just really don't want to see that. Well, you might do. I'm in chilled mode now. It's nearly Christmas. I can't even find me. Let's bring the whole big chompy pile back in and look for... Did I even show you a page with the postcards yet? Here we go. I bring the old pile back in and then I find them straight away. What's that all about? Oh, there's a little coin pocket. Coin envelope there. Could pop that in. A few more bits of card. They're the tabs that I told you about that Lorna has so kindly done. But I'm not in a fussy-cutting mood. More postcards. Love those. So let's pop everything else out of the way. And I'm gonna cut out some of these postcards. I think I'm going to cut them out with my paper trimmer. Paper chomper. What am I like? I'm gonna have another one of these soothers that's been delivered. What flavour we got? We've got cherry. I'm gonna try cherry. I love these. Keeps the frog away. I just panicked, so I'm like, I'm just going to do some videos and I've only got one soother left. So my gorgeous Rebecca went to the shop to buy me some more. She's 14 now. I've got to let her go out more, and it's so handy actually that she can just bob and do things I would never let her do before. She's 14, looks 18 as well. That's mad. Right, I'm just going to cut that. I'm not too bothered whether that's lined up yet. I just wanted to cut these off. Yeah, I need to nibble a little bit more off there. Nibble, nibble. Yes, it's not. It doesn't like doing thin slivers this anymore. I'm telling you, I've abused this trimmer no end. It's cut all sorts. I think we even cut magnetic sheets with it, and it went through them no problem. I just find this quicker sometimes than cutting around them all by hand. Not quite enough. I'm trying to get it so close to the edge to lose as little of the design as possible that I'm getting it wrong and not cutting enough off, and you've got the white edge. Although if you've got a tiny bit of white edge, you'll cover that up if you're inking. It won't be a huge problem. I don't know whether to round the corners or leave them as they are. That's a huge decision, that, isn't it? I'm not capable of making a decision like that. Don't know how I'd do that. And again, I've just printed the snowflake pattern on the other side, quite pale in draft quality. Can you see the difference? Yeah, it makes the colour look a little bit different as well. It's just paler, so that you'll be able to write on it and your writing will show up. Although I think a lot of this kit is your writing would show up on it anyway. There's a lovely dark page in this kit as well. I didn't print that off because it wasn't going to go with what I was doing. I need to nibble a bit more off bottom of one of these, that's it. Because the print on the back hasn't gone all the way as far down, that's it. So there you go. I think that'll quicker than fussy cutting them. I've now got 4 postcards. And I honestly don't know if I want to... No, I'm not going to curl the edges, make the edges round. I'm going to leave them as they are, and I'm going to pop 3 of them in my envelope that will get inked at a later date. I'll be listing, some of these are to be listed and some of them are for presents. So I'm going to pop that in that way, so I like to see the snowflake. And then I'm going to pop this one in. I like this, is lovely. It's got all the main elements from the kit. And I'm going to pop her in there. Love it. I always like to get a charm in somewhere when I'm doing something though. So I'm going to do one more little tag, and I'm going to use one of the smaller elements from that page I showed you. If I can find it again. Where are you, page? Oh, I've still got to cut my calendar page out. This is it. This page. This is printed full size, and we've got these here. Because these are so small, I'm going to do these with my scissors. Getting the paper trimmer out for these would be such a fiddly job. And I can cut a straight line that length with my big scissors. I think I want the stag. Or do I want the blue tit? Oh, do I want the rabbits? This could go on a while. So it's either going to be the stag or the rabbits, because that's what I've cut out. There we go. Is this piece of card going to be the right width? It's going to be perfect. I will need my small trimmer to cut that. I want a card that's not more than 4 3/4 high because I want it to fit in. So that's going to be 4 actually. 4 high. I'm going to nibble the corners off. Because I only want a bit off, I'm going to use my corner nibbler. I'm going to come in and ink that edge. More ink please, Scylla. Scylla. I'm terrible, mate, for referencing old TV programmes. I think there must have been a period in my youth where I watched too much TV. I can't even remember what programme that were. Oh, it were a programme called Surprise Surprise. UK again. Might pop up on BritBox for you overseas ladies who have BritBox. Surprise Surprise. I'm not even quite sure what the premise of the show was other than to surprise people. And I don't know why Christopher Biggins, another person, there used to be some part in it where they were pulling cubes out of the bag. And he used to go, more cubes please, Scylla. That's all I remember. How mad is that? My brain is just... it just don't really work, does it? I remember the oddest things and forget the most important. So, I'm going to have him on. And I want another word on from that little sheet. What word shall we have? We've got a stag. I want winter forest. Or winter's magic. Winter forest I'm going to go for. Winter forest. Do you know what I think I want behind Mr. Stag? I wanted white doily. Yeah, I need a white doily for this tag. So here I go to my magic drawer behind me. That's too big, isn't it? I just picked the one that were on the top. Cat's meowing again. No idea what the cat wants. These are smaller, yeah. I'm going to use those ones. What do you want, Kit Kat? Do you know my cat sometimes meows at me to go to bed? It's like she's telling me off because I'm up too late. I'll be like, what do you want? Do you need feeding? Do you want some milk? Do you need to go out? You'll try all them, and then once you get in bed, she'll curl up in her cardboard box. Yeah, cardboard box. Right. She's happy in a cardboard box once I'm in bed. Winter forest. You know what? I think I'm just going to put a small amount on. You know what? I am, and I'm going to be really... Look at this. Look at this. I'm going to cut it down if I even glued it on. Look at me. I'm like... It's like I'm turning into a proper junk journaler. Yes. I'm so messy. Move everything apart from what you're using, girl. I wheeled my chair back to look for doilies. Now the cat's around my feet somewhere meowing, and I daren't wheel again in case I wheel over the cat, so I can't quite reach my desk. A child has come to help me move the cat. Phoebe, move please. Is she right under my desk on my feet?
She's under the chair.
Yeah, cat's under my chair, so we're doing this from afar. Silly little cat. Right, I'm going to use... Yes, I am. I'm going to use that. I am. I know what I'm using. I'm going to use glue stick for this doily. So where is my glue stick? Is it out? Oh, it's out. I'm organised. What's that all about? I'm using my Elmer's. That is my new favourite glue stick. Elmer's Extreme. Sticks everything. I could probably even, yeah, I won't even say what I was going to say. Glue cat in a box. No, you don't want to do that. But I don't know where she is now. Where is she, Rach?
She's still under your chair.
Yeah, Cat's still sitting under my chair. I think she thinks I'm talking to her, you know, when I'm videoing. Poor little kiddie. She's an old girl. She's 18, and she doesn't sound happy now Rachel's tried picking her up. She doesn't sound happy at all. Can you see how rubbish I cut that? I need my dry baby wipe. Where are you, dry baby wipe? We're here somewhere. Can anyone see it? There it is. Just to wipe any excess glue off. Oh, the cat's now been moved, so I can roll back near at desk. That's better. I can reach and see what I'm doing. I think it's essential to have a cat if you make junk journals. Oh no, look what I've done. I'm really not going to worry about that. Do you know why I'm not going to worry about that? Because I'm going to be putting my picture over that bit that I moved. How silly was that though? How silly was I? I think I've discovered this glue can be too good. Elmer's Extreme, not for doilies. It's too good. I couldn't wiggle the doily, I couldn't get off the excess glue without hurting the doily. Yeah, I think I'll stick to ordinary common garden ones. I'd have probably done it a lot better if I could see it, if I weren't worried about wheeling over a cat. I've got my glue rubber to take it off. Another thing about this Elmer's Extreme which I really like is it dries matte. Oh, look at that. That much of it's come through doily, that's nearly stuck. It's not even where I wanted it. I'm going to put that up there and the word down bottom. Yeah. Bitter Elmer's Extreme. Yes. If you see me trying to use that on a doily again, shout at me. No, don't do it. I've now altered where I'm going to put things on this tag to cover up the fact that I've missed a bit of doily out. And I'm not happy with it. I wanted to put my deer down the bottom and my word at the top on the blue. Should we make another one without cat interfering? See, I'm really disappointed with this one. I should have give it up as a bad job or got a bigger picture. But I've persevered and now I don't like it. It's not the worst tag I've ever seen, but I don't like it. I don't like how that's wrinkled. Sorry, dear. I'm going to get another piece of card and make another one. Do you know why? Because I can. I don't like colour of that card. Let's use that one. I think that's the right, yeah, it's just over 4 inches that. And we wanted it 4 inches. So I'm going to do it by 2 by 4. It's I couldn't decide whether to use the rabbits or the stag or whatever, could I? And now I'm going to get to use 2 of them. So that's worked out quite well, really, hasn't it? Ink the edges again. I mean, I don't know if I'm even going to use that other one. It's not giving me joy. In fact, I feel very joyless when I look at it. Where did the bunnies go? I think the bunnies are not. I think the bunnies are too subtle for that tag. I really wanted that stag, so I'm going to use the other stag. And I'm not going to use Elmer's Extreme to put my doily on this time, because it's frankly too good. It's way too good for the job, too sticky, and it, yeah, well, it does stick fabric. When I did one of Fiona's Take 5 challenges, I used it on that, didn't I? Let's bring in my cheaper glue. I'm going to use my Scotch one, little Scotch, cutie one. Right, let's get another piece of doily. What to do with that? I'm going to take the top layer of my glue back up as well, because I don't want Elmer's Extreme interfering with me any more than it already has done. Look at this, look at the state of that. I've lost the rest of that doily, don't know where it's gone. So guess what? I'm going to use a different doily. I think I am. I think I'm going to use that. You know what? I think it looks more like a snowflake, that doily. Yes, that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to get the picture there and the word up there. You know what? I'll put some glue on the tag. No one's going to come in pulling it off, are they? There we go. Because again, this Scotch one's pretty good. It dries quite matte. You could always fold those over, actually. Do you know what? I'm gonna fold those over. Oh yeah, they can look quite pretty on back then. Look at that. Yes, I'm happy. That's how it is. That's how it's going to be. I'm going to use a little bit of my Cosmic Shimmer on these, just behind that bit, on the edges. Yeah, plenty of warts in this video then, isn't there? I could have edited that out and pretended it all went perfect, but what's fun in that? Yeah, I've learned how to cut bits out of your videos now. But finding a point where I stop talking long enough to edit out a mistake. But I've said I'm not going to do that anyway. I like to see people do it wrong. Not because I like to see people do it wrong. It's not, haha, you've done it wrong. Then if it's like, oh, I'll not do that, then that's something to be wary of. Oh, don't do that, or that will happen. It really is true, you learn by your mistakes. And like I say, yeah, that glue, any that I got there that didn't need to be there, has dried matte with this. I think I want more ink on that. It needs to be a little bit more in your face. That's a bit more of what I was going for. I like that. I'm even wondering if I need another bit of blue card around the stag just to make it pop a little bit more. No, I don't. Just put your stag on. Show up, woman. What word shall we use this time? Because we used the... What did we use? Winter's Forest. I think... Look at this. Lid off at glue. 2 glow sticks with no lid on. I think I'm just extra messy today. There we go. Let's find some more words. Snowflakes. But that's a stag. Let it snow. Now, I find that too Christmassy. Where's the rest of the words gone? I think I've lost them. Is there any wonder? Is there any wonder state this desk got into? I can hear Tanya at Tatty Treasure going, oh, I couldn't magic of winter will have. Winter's magic. I think it might have just took me half an hour to do a tag. If I weren't filming this, do you know what? I'd have give up. I'd have give up and gone and done something else. So in a way, I'm really glad I was filming this. when it went wrong because I just cracked on and done it. Yeah, I want it up there. Just checking where I want the word. That's straight enough for me. I haven't even bothered getting a glue stick back out. I'm just using my... And that one down there. Now I'm happy with that tag. Let's bring the other one back in. There's not a lot between them, but I like that one better because that's what I had in mind first. And I will just pop a silver eyelet in the top and we shall call this one done. Chomp me hole, grab my eyelet. My eyelets are all out because I've been using them constantly. She says they're all out, but where exactly are they all out? Here we go. Oh no, they're not out. I've put them away. I've actually put them away on my shelf. I tell you, in its proper place is the last thing I ever look sometimes. So I'll pop that eyelet in. I think I'm going to need a little circle of card behind. Just because they just don't like going through one thickness sometimes to these eyelets. So I've made a little circle there. Still, you can still journal on the back if you should wish to, or write a note. I'll put a little dot in the middle for chomping my hole, because that's the way I seem to be able to do it straighter these days. No idea why that is. And I'm going to glue that on the back with a bit of cosmic shimmer. I dropped that pretty off centre. There we go. I'll do my little eyelet. That's it. And I'm going to pop a silver bulb pin in this. I just wanted to make this folio pretty similar to the other one I did, with similar elements but not the same. You could do it with any kit, with any colour. Right, let's pop this last piece in. Make sure I've got no glue there. No, I haven't. Bring that back in. There we go. And that will just pop in there nicely. I like. So we'll have that. We'll have that. We'll have our... No, I'm gonna swap that one back for original. What's that? Oh, what's that? That's not even original, is it? That's something else. Oh yeah, I cut out some other tags from the kit, didn't I? And did the edging on them. But I now want to swap back to the original file folder that I did, because I've now got other elements in this pocket and I'm not too hung up on having something prettier on the front of the file folder. I'm going to go back to file folder A. Here we go. So let's just ink the front edge of this envelope just so you see the full effect when it's all put together. I'll do the rest off camera. I'm even thinking I might put something else on the front of this envelope, you know. Do you know what I was doing the other day and I haven't actually used them or done anything with them? I was die cutting some stags and trees. I saw Tanya from Tatty Treasure used some black die cuts with a blue kit, and it looked absolutely gorgeous. So we'll pop that in. We'll ink the one postcard that we see. There we go. We've already inked the file folder. So we've got that. The one postcard. The file folder. And our tag. Oh yes, I like that now. I think it looks good as we open it. So there we have it, the final part of my Winter's Magic folio. I'm really pleased with how that came out. Yeah, so you now know how to do the back. We've done the tags on the back. You could add words or anything else wherever you want on this. My style with these is, because I make these as a functional item, I don't like them overly fancy. It's something you'd use for a quick note, so I don't like them overly fancy. So there you have it. Thank you to everyone who has watched. I hope you enjoy it. My next video will be the Take 5 challenge. Miss Paint-A-Lots from Miss Paint-A-Lot's Junk Journal group with Fiona. I'm very late doing that. It's probably going to be a day late now, but it will get done. I know Fiona's having a couple of weeks off for Christmas, so I won't have another one to do for this week. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. Really hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learnt something between the waffle, because I know there was an awful lot of that today. And I'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye.